like miraculous that they were able to do that. And everybody in the entire country stops what they're doing to pay attention, to give tribute to the fallen. And I just, even though it's considered disrespectful, I wanted to snap a really quick picture to be able to show you that people stop their cars and they get out and they literally stop whatever they're doing to pay respect in the middle of the street. And everybody does this, whether you're Jewish or not. I mean, it's not just the Jews, it's a country as a whole. Everyone who's there stops. And it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And just like that, it's over. And it's Independence Day, the very next day, Yom HaAtzmaut. And the way that they can go from the saddest day to the happiest day, or one of the happiest days, such a quick transition is incredible. Because the next day, we're at a party. It's Ben Yehuda Street, which is famous in Israel for their Independence Day parties. And people running around spraying you with silly string and screaming and blowing horns. Just 24 hours after I went to the biggest Memorial Day service I had ever seen, and one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. And we're here at a party. And I thought that once again showed you how quickly we can rebound from something horrible and atrocious to something inspiring and fantastic. And so, yes, that was that. And then the next day, I believe there were only 2 or 3 days left of our trip, was the second part of the march. Not in Poland this time, but in Israel. Not in a place of death, but in a place of life. We were in Israel, getting ready to do the same thing with the same people who were there for the same purpose. 15,000 kids from around the world to march to the Western Wall together as a whole.
Wow.
Yeah. This was about halfway there. We were walking into Jerusalem. We're actually already in Jerusalem. But I stopped to take a picture of just the amount of people that you can see behind me. And that's not even close to all of them, but they're packed together and they're all friends and talking to each other. And I met the nicest girl from Argentina that I was talking to on the way there. And it's just, everybody is so friendly. And so these were just some of the people you can see, and they loop around the corner and they're down the whole street and all the roads are blocked off again. And it's incredible. That was me. As soon as I got there, everyone was running up, "Tefillin, you gotta put on tefillin." And I was like, okay, this is great. So they're everywhere. They're like, let's do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I put tefillin on, and I walked up to the Western Wall, and it was very cool to finally be there. That's right in the background. And to walk straight up to it and be able to touch it I actually don't even have the word for it. It's undescribable. After the march, we went back to the hotel and got ready for another party that was for Independence Day. And when we got there, there were tapes everywhere representing, I guess, how strong Israel is to stand up to whatever that may come in its path. And there were soldiers greeting you, and they weren't solemn, they were happy, and they were, "Hey, what's your name?" And it was great. And I met a few of them, so I have a picture of me standing on the tank. I thought that was really cool. I'd never been on a tank before. And the soldiers, how friendly they are. I was, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" "Yeah, come on in." Yeah, I thought that was incredible. That's probably my favorite picture, and that was it. That was just a quick, snapshot that I wanted to share with you over how incredible of a trip this was, and how grateful I am to all of you, to Deborah and her parents, and everyone who made such a generous contribution and allowed me to go. I'm very thankful, so thank you all. If anyone has any questions, shoot.
You have a wonderful song.
Thank you.
Really?
Thank you.
People don't have faith to do to the
We didn't encounter any like examples of anti-Semitism or discrimination while we were there, at least not that I saw. We didn't see any of that. You were born in Poland?
Yes, my mom was in Krakow.
Dustin, give him.
Yeah, I was born in Poland, and my mom was also born in Krakow.
I think you have questions over there. Right there.
I just want to tell you, I was under the homeless Yehuda that day.
Were you really?
My husband fought the Arab-Israeli War in 1948. And when we heard this, we lived in Shonakatik on the outskirts of Tel Aviv. I had a 1-year-old daughter. My husband took him on his shoulder and we walked all the way to the hotel Yehuda. And this celebration was there. Just
Right there, right there.
In the group that I was in, BBYO, we were all Jewish. I think predominantly of everybody who was participating in the trip, they were Jewish. I'm sure that there probably were some people who were not Jewish because it's not like you have to be Jewish to participate in the trip. Yes, we were all in high school. I'm sure everybody felt very close to it.
But I'm behind you.
I am from Krakow. I was in the class that was called Yoga Group. And I was in ghetto. So I know what happened there.
Dustin.
She didn't like to work. I said, come on.
You know what we've done?
But she walked also and she cleaned
Dustin, you have a question right here. Dustin, right there. There you go.
How many young people? I want to say that the majority of the 15,000 people who participated were young people because from everyone that I saw, they were young. There were a few adults who went, so I would say 14,800 of them were in high school or early college or very young, and they, like I said, were from everywhere. All around the world. I saw people from Sweden and Argentina and Brazil and Panama and Australia and the United Kingdom and a lot of other places. Germany, there was even a delegation from Germany, which was very...
Was this the March of the Living?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lodge, Poland.
No, we didn't go there.
I'm just wondering, how did you communicate? All these young people spoke English? Very nice.
Most of them spoke English. There were some people from
Latin
around the world.
America and German, and they all speak English?
They all did speak English very well because they learned it in school.
See?
We
For
did,
English.
Auschwitz now is like it's like a museum.
Will
actually.
you say the question again?
What did I think of Auschwitz? What I thought of Auschwitz was that it has been turned into a museum to show everyone exactly what happened there with the shoes and the hair and everything that is too horrible to even talk about. It isn't like the other camps that I went to when I saw Majdanek that literally has not even been touched. There's still the locks on the doors of the barracks that kept them in there. I feel like Auschwitz has been modernized, actually. They rebuilt the roofs. I don't even know why they would do that, to make it look more visibly appealing, which I think is not completely wrong, but it's obviously very horrible, and I can't believe I'm even talking to somebody who was there. What?
Do you have a question?
Yes.
And you did on his own like that.
Thank you, Dustin. You were wonderful, and we hope that you will want sharing the story and sharing it with other high school students or young people so they find out too your story about the Holocaust. I want to thank Deborah also. And we have a gentleman here named Abe Mapp who's going to have a very special birthday. I thought we would end by singing happy birthday.
I didn't mean to talk about
Abe.
Polish people like they were mean.
Can we say how old they're going to be?
Yes, tell us.